trying to see how long I can be silent, which is not long. If you know me at all, I can't be silent. That's why I do this daily vlog, actually, because I have to, like, talk. I have to say things. I have to be heard. Even if it's just me that hears me. You know? That sounds kind of conceited, but I can't keep it. It's like there was some cartoon where there's like some little cartoon where it's like the guy wants to say, or whoever the cartoon was wants to say something so bad, they're just like, oh. That's me all the time. So, anyway, you guys are probably wondering why you have not heard from me until just now. Why you didn't hear from me last night. That's because last night is right now. So, it is the 8th of April. My last night is tonight. There was no last night, even though there was a last night. And you're probably going like, what? Like, what kind of gibberish are you speaking in now, Big Mike? Well, I'm speaking in Big Mike gibberish, okay? It makes sense in my head. And ultimately, that's what's important. Or that's what's entertaining. Which is probably more of the latter and less of the former. So anyway, so let me try to lay it out for you so that you can understand it. So I got up yesterday in, let's use this finger as the east, okay? Later on, this finger will be the north and this will be the south, but I'll get there. So anyway, I got up yesterday in Scranton, Pennsylvania, way out here. Basically, we're like right there. That's Scranton, Pennsylvania, okay? Now, I got up in Scranton, Pennsylvania yesterday. I booked a load going to Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. So we're going to put Pauls Valley, Oklahoma way down over here. Okay? Here's Pauls Valley. Here's Scranton, Pennsylvania. Okay? Pick up a load in Scranton, Pennsylvania, way back over here. And it was toilet paper and paper towels. Now, under the current hours of service exception, paper products are not are allowed to be operated under the emergency declaration. So, my understanding was my appointment in Scranton was not until 3 o'clock yesterday in the afternoon. But I went in about 9:30 because they said, hey, if you get there earlier and get loaded, go ahead and get it because they need it gone. Like, okay. So I got there early yesterday, about 9:30 or whatever. Waited around until about 10:30, 11, and they put me in the door. And I get unloaded at about, I got loaded at about, I was done at about 12:30. That's Central Time, okay? So which means about 11:30. 12:30 Eastern Time, which is about 11:30 Central Time. So anyway, I leave, and I put myself on the hours of service exception. I figured I'd go as far as I could, you know, until I was tired. Well, I drove until I got to like right here, which we'll call Knoxville. Okay, remember Pauls Valley's over here. So I got to Knoxville over here, and I was like, it's like 11:30, almost midnight Eastern Time. I'm not tired. I'm on the exception, so keep going. So I drove till I got to Nashville, and I wasn't tired. I pulled into the Petro there. I filled up in Knoxville, so I went to the Nashville Petro. I pulled in, got some Dr. Pepper, and I got like a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. And then I drove. Went through Memphis, drove. Went through Little Rock, drove, and I got about here. Now, here is like Oklahoma, okay? I went through all the scales, all of them, last night. And from here to here was like, I got here at like 9:30 this morning. So my evening, if you're saying like in the typical scheme of things, like evening is going to be inside of a 24-hour period, then yes, last night was last night. I didn't post anything because I was still driving. So, but my evening kind of didn't happen until now. Now it's 7:30 Central Time in Oklahoma. I'm in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. So I'm here in Oklahoma. I laid down for 3 hours. I got back up and I drove the rest of the way to Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. And so now I'm down here. So remember this little corner right here? This is Pauls Valley, Oklahoma right here. It's always going to be Pauls Valley, Oklahoma from now on in this corner, which doesn't make any sense because I'm not from Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, but it's too late. I've already announced it. It's Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. So, anyway, so I drove. So my evening kind of ended here. Now, what did I do when I got here? I did fill up in Scranton. I filled up in Knoxville. I bought Dr. Pepper and stuff in Knoxville. I bought some Dr. Pepper in Greencastle, Pennsylvania as well. Had that. Bought some Dr. Pepper in Knoxville, Pennsylvania. Bought some Dr. Pepper in Nashville, Knoxville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee. And then just kept coming. So that was how I just wasn't tired the whole way. Until I got over here in Oklahoma to a rest area. I was like, I need to lay down. So I laid down for 3 hours and I kept going. So my evening is now. So you're getting updated now down here in this corner. So that's kind of what happened. I got down here. My understanding was as soon as I got here, they were going to get me unloaded. So I called ahead to let them know, like an hour away. They're full. They can't take it. So my appointment is for tomorrow at 3. I can go in the gate an hour before that. So if you know anything about trucking, you know where I'm at. So I have to sit here until then. What have I done in the meantime? So what I do? Well, just a little north of here, there's a truck stop up there with an Italian restaurant at. So I went in there. I got some little tortellinis and with some meatballs, and I got a pizza. Pizza's in the fridge. I ate the tortellinis and meatballs. I'm 150 miles from home, so I could have gone home, but decided not to, and here's why. So remember, this is north, this is south. This is Pauls Valley now. I'll put Pauls Valley down here. And we're going to put Dallas over here. Or Fort Worth. Let's be Fort Worth. Okay? So, and I'm just going to shrink it down so for, like, purposes of showing you something. Anyway, so I thought about going home. But it's 150 miles from Pauls Valley to Fort Worth. Right? Okay. My appointment is tomorrow at 3. So if I go home tonight, I gotta go 150 miles to home. Then I gotta leave and come 150 miles back. Truck's going to the shop on Friday, which means I can't take a load. So that means I gotta go 150 miles back to Fort Worth. So 150 is 450 miles. And it's about $150 in fuel. So instead I opted just to stay here. So that's what I'm doing. Tomorrow I'll get unloaded. Tomorrow I'll go home, drive the 150 miles home. And I will park the truck and go home. And then Friday it's going to go in the shop. And then I don't know what I'm going to do after that point. My water tank is in, so I'm very excited about that. I haven't checked to see if my water pump has arrived yet. I will have to go to the hardware store and get some hoses and a faucet. I want a faucet up here on the dash, so that way I can just take my cup here, this one, and just pop the top and just like throw a little, like turn on a little faucet, just have it fill this cup up. And then go on. Now, I've thought about how to do that. I'm thinking, you know those like little like kitchen sprayers that are on the edge of the sink? I'm thinking one of those is probably the best thing to do. So like just have it like mounted on the dash somewhere and just be able to like take it, just take the lid off and just pick the sprayer up until it's full and then put it back. How did that go again? It went like this. So anyway, that's part of the plan. The other plan is put a faucet back here with a sink that slides in and out that just drains out on the ground. I do use biodegradable soap, by the way, when I wash my dishes. So that's why I'm just going to let it drain out on the ground. Because you can do that, I think, with biodegradable soap. Pretty sure. If that's not true, then I don't do that, officer. I don't know what anybody else is talking about. I never said that. Anyway, so that's kind of part of the plan. Probably put some shelves in this cabinet back here behind me, because I just want to get that done. And I might go ahead and put the shelf up for the TV over the passenger seat and just get it out of the way and get it done. But that's pretty much where I'm at. In the meantime, I am tired. I drove 1,350 miles from yesterday to today. 3 hours nap, and then I drove the rest of the way here. I have officially gone 1,577.7 miles since yesterday morning at 9:30. So, as soon as I get done with this video, I'm probably going to hang my curtains. I'm going to go back there in the back. I'm going to lay my butt down. I'm going to go to bed. And I'll get up tomorrow, deliver over here at 3, probably eat some pizza, which I have in my fridge now, and then go home. So, anyway, that's it. Keep shining side up. See you guys down the road. Actually, I'll see you tomorrow. I promise I will see you tomorrow. I'll try to keep you updated with what I'm doing along.